No ho ho! That's what Santa says when he gets to North Hollywood. Welcome to Forgotten Video Store, the podcast where we go to the rental store of the same name in North Hollywood and pick out one of their unique movies that you can't find anywhere else on the planet. I'm your host, David Murto, aka Daddy Big Cup. My guest this week holds a PhD from Vanderbilt University and 2 different library cards. Dr. Bethany Carboneau is here.
Hi, David.
Bethany, thank you so much for going to the video store with me.
You're welcome. I love to do this with you.
Bethany, what's your favorite holiday tradition?
That's a tough one. I have a lot. For Christmas, I love having egg casserole and cinnamon rolls for breakfast on Christmas morning. It's probably my most favorite tradition. Second is having stuffed shell casserole on Christmas Eve. So I guess it's all around food.
Great.
I love food. What's your favorite tradition?
I like getting a new nutcracker every year. That's a tradition we started.
Oh, yeah, that's one too.
Yeah.
One of my favorites too.
And we put the year on the nutcracker so we can look back in time. It's like, oh, this is our 9th Christmas together.
And now here and our son will get to pick them out.
Yeah. And of course, another favorite tradition is watching all our favorite holiday movies. Today at the video store, we picked out one I had never seen before. It was called Fill My Stocking. It's a Hallmark Christmas movie from 2008, directed by a gentleman named Harvey Frost. Great name for a Christmas movie director.
Yeah, for sure.
His movies include A Grandpa for Christmas, Let It Snow, and Meet the Santas. And it stars Hilary Duff, who was famous from Lizzie McGuire.
One of my favorite actresses.
Yeah?
From Lizzie McGuire. And then she went on to be in Younger.
Oh, yeah.
Loved that show. Mm-hmm. She was great in it.
Also stars Ed Asner, who's from The Mary Tyler Moore Show. And younger listeners might remember him from Up. He's Carl from Up. And the actor looks exactly like his character from Up.
That's right.
Bethany, where are you on Christmas movies? Do you like Christmas movies?
Wow, I love Christmas movies. I make myself wait until after Thanksgiving to watch them, but they're some of my favorite movies. I love them. I watch them all. The cheesy ones, the bad ones, the good ones.
Examples,
I've watched those Princess Switch movies on Netflix. I think there's 3 of them. I've watched all 3. Mm-hmm. I watched there was like a Royal Prince for Christmas or something like that. When last year I watched Hot Frosty, Merry Gentleman.
Sure.
All these. I really love the cheesy Hallmark ones. They're perfect to, put on while you're wrapping presents, just be like really in the holiday spirit.
Mm-hmm. But we weren't wrapping presents today. We were laser focused on this movie.
No, I'm not always wrapping presents while I watch Christmas movies.
Right. Let's get into the movie. It starts and we're seeing like stock images of New York City in the snow. And we hear Santa Baby on the soundtrack. So we're already like, ooh, this is a Christmassy movie. And we meet our main character played by Hilary Duff, and she's going into like a big office building and she's like carrying a bunch of stuff, like a coffee and her files and everything. One of the assistants is like, Eve. Okay, her name's Eve. Eve. Mary wants a new pie on her desk by lunchtime. Oh, so we learned she's working in like a pie company, and she works at a company called Mary Collander's, which sounds similar to Marie Callender's, and she designs different pies.
And this is like the biggest time of year for them.
Right.
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, everyone needs pies. She frantically runs back to her office. She sits down, pulls out a pad of paper, is thinking, and then all of a sudden she's like, I got it. She draws out a picture of the pie for like how she's going to design it. Bottom layer, turkey. Middle layer, stuffing. Top layer, cranberry sauce.
It's like a gobbler sandwich, but as a pie.
Exactly.
And it like match cuts from her sketch of it to the actual pie, like fresh baked with the steam coming off it. And her boss is like taking a bite. It's like, you done it again, Eve. Exactly. Oh, so we learn like she's a master of the craft of pie making. And so she's ready to celebrate. She calls up the man she's dating, Mr. Gobbles, and says like, oh, I had a great day at work today. Ms. Collender loved my newest pie. And he's like, that's great, babe. But I got to cancel tonight. Big emergency. My clients are going nuts. We learn he's like a high-powered lawyer with like really important clients, and he can't reschedule. So he's like, why don't you just go to the restaurant by yourself? It took me forever to get the reservation. Okay, so she ends up by herself at Per Se, which is like in New York. It's the same guy who did the French Laundry.
Oh, okay.
It's like super expensive, hard to get a reservation. And so like we can see on her face, on Eve's face, like this is so disappointed. She was looking forward to going out with Mr. Gobbles to a really fancy dinner. And so she's kind of
at the restaurant and the waiter comes up and, are you waiting on anyone? No, it's just me tonight. And then you see like some tears start coming down her face.
Yeah.
And then she's eating her lobster tail by herself, and everyone around her is happy and cheerful.
Right,
and she's just sitting there really sad and lonely.
And she thought this day couldn't get worse. She like comes back to her apartment, drops her stuff, and kind of collapses onto the couch. That's when she gets a phone call, and we don't hear the other side of the call, but it's like she's no, and she's like real upset. It's like something terrible happened. Then we get like the stock footage of the plane taking off at JFK. She's going to like a small town area. And so it's like even winterier. It's like this is kind of an idyllic small town where she comes from, and her mom meets her at the plane. And her mom's played by
Lauren Graham. She just came off of Gilmore Girls. And
she's the mom
she was
on
the mom.
Gilmore,
She was
yeah.
Lorelai on Gilmore Girls.
And she's not that much older than Hilary Duff.
No, but you buy it because you watch Gilmore Girls, and she, like Rory and Lorelai were so close in age. She's a young mom. It's like,
she
okay,
plays a
she's
young mom.
She's
That's why she got the role.
typecast here. Yeah.
We meet her mom, and
her mom's dressed in all black at the airport.
Right. Oh, this doesn't bode well. And they get back to her house where she grew up. She kind of kept Eve's childhood bedroom like much as it was, with like magazine cutouts of pies all over the walls. This girl loves pies. And she's like, so how did it happen? Lauren Graham explains, your father was trying to set the record for the world's largest pot of wassail, and he fell in. Wassail being like the Christmassy like spice drink that it's more popular in Europe.
I never heard of wassail until we started dating, and it was a tradition that your family did to make wassail in the crock pot on Christmas
Very
Eve.
fun. It's like spiced cider with like lemon, orange, clove, allspice, cinnamon, lots of stuff going on, and you can add whiskey or whatever. So anyway, this guy was trying to make the world's largest pot of wassail, and he fell in and he got boiled into it. And they said, best tasting wassail of all time.
No.
Okay, Eve lost her father.
Yeah, so then the next scene, they're at the funeral, and everyone's dressed in black. It's very somber.
And the hymn they sing is, here we go a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Very somber and sad.
And it's like extra slow tempo. Mm-hmm. And then everyone files out, and they're then at their house for the kind of the gathering that you have after the funeral. Mm-hmm. People bring casseroles, and they're talking with Eve, asking her,
they're all happy to see her because she hasn't been.
Yeah, how's life in the big city?
Right.
And she's telling them about her boyfriend.
Yeah,
or
Mr. Gobbles.
the guy she's dating.
Right. They don't. It seems like they're not exactly boyfriend and girlfriend, but they've been dating. It's called, they'd call it a situationship nowadays, but I don't think that term existed in 2008.
We haven't even seen him yet. We just know from her, like, calling
he's a lawyer.
him,
He's a busy man, important.
But she's like telling everyone about him at the party. But because it's not like a true boyfriend, I think her mom is trying to get her to stay in their hometown, so she wants to set her up
with one of the more eligible men
in the town,
in her hometown. Yeah.
Because Eve is going to stay for a little bit, and be with her mom.
Help with her mom, help her get set up. She's even thinking about putting her in an old folks home because she can't take care of herself. She's 41.
Johnson, she's only 40 and she has to go to the old folks home.
Yeah.
But she's really just falling apart after her husband died.
Right.
She's really having a hard time. So Eve has to stay. We see her like call her boss. I need to stay for a while. Be here with my mom. And her mom is like scheming a little bit.
So Hilary Duff's like 21 in this movie. Lauren Graham's 41. So it's not insane that her mom would be 20 years older. It's like pretty young, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not that
not crazy.
Uncommon. Her parents got married young. Right out of high school. High school sweethearts.
So anyway, her mom sends Eve, played by Hilary Duff, to this blind date with one of the more eligible men. Like, oh, you're going to love this guy. He's a riot. And she goes to a hot cocoa shop. I wasn't familiar with this. I'm familiar with coffee shops It was similar to a coffee shop.
Yeah, it was kind of weird though that all they had was hot cocoa.
Yeah.
What kind of place has only hot cocoa?
You'd like it.
No, I would love it.
Mm-hmm.
You can get like any different flavor in
Peppermint. The rest.
Gingerbread.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I don't know.
So she goes and she's waiting one after the other. These people come in the door and she's like, I wonder if it's him. I wonder if it's him. And then a guy comes in and it's Ed Asner and he's wearing a kind of a big red fur coat with white trim, a hat also with white trim with like a pom-pom, a white pom-pom on it. He's got a big white beard and he says, Oh, you must be Eve. Have you been a good little girl this year? And you're like, this guy, he's hitting some of the Santa Claus tropes, right?
Oh.
And then you can kind of out the window of the hot cocoa shop, you see like the town square. It's real beautiful. Talking about Gilmore Girls kind of reminded me of
a lot of like Christmas
Stars Hollow.
Yeah, Stars Hollow.
But there's a big old tree and it lights just then when he walks in the door, it lights up and it's kind of beautiful. The whole square is illuminated in Christmas lights. This small town, something real interesting about this. And then you start seeing some of the signs that's like North Pole Hardware, North Pole Community Center.
Yeah, North Pole Hot Cocoa Shop. Oh, that's why it's only hot cocoa.
So Hilary Duff is, her small hometown is the North Pole. And so this guy her mom set her up with is Santa Claus himself. They get to talking. It's like, oh, what kind of stuff do you like to do? I like to deliver presents to all the good boys and girls.
She's like, oh, we kind of have that in common. I love to bake pies and deliver them to people and see the joy on their faces when they eat my pies. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same.
She learns that his wife, Mrs. Claus, had passed away the previous year. And so they kind of bond over their grief because she just lost her father.
And it's kind of weird. You're like, why is she so into Santa? Like you can tell, like they hit it off. They've got a connection. She's kind of like, a little flirty.
He's a jolly old elf.
Yeah, but he's so old. But
he's got a big belly that rolls around like a bowl full of jelly.
For me, I was thinking it's like celebrity status because like everyone in the hot cocoa shop is like looking at them like, oh, it's Santa.
That's right.
And you know, like you kind of look past certain things with celebrities or like really rich people.
He's definitely like very one famous. Of the most well-known people in the history of the world.
Maybe the most well-known?
Possibly,
no, there's
Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, I guess
it's
she's
like a power thing.
Yeah, she's like into him because he's the head honcho of Christmas and like this town and everyone loves him and he's jolly and nice.
He is old. I mean, the actor Ed Asner was 79 when they made this movie, and presumably Santa Claus himself is hundreds of years old.
Yeah, but he kind of doesn't age once he reaches a certain age.
But it's not like it's not like Edward Cullen where he stopped when he was 17. He's aged to be a very old man. And
So you're like he's an old guy, whatever. But then we get like a classic montage in a Hallmark film, like seeing their love story go, and they're like having a snowball fight. And you see him like running around behind snowmen and like
and the snowmen, they pop a little silk hat on one of the snowmen. He comes to life.
Yeah, that was great.
He's really jolly.
Yeah, and they're playing with a snowman.
At one point, Santa takes her around on a sleigh ride.
It was really magical. It was like at nighttime. They're cozy under a blanket, all the Christmas lights. You can see why she's falling for him.
Mm-hmm. There's a scene where he drops her off at her mom's house, takes her to the door. There's a lot of tension in the air. Are they going to kiss? And you can see neither of them wants to say goodnight yet, and they're just lingering kind of.
She has her hand on the doorknob.
And he's kind of like, sleep well tonight. I'll see you when you're sleeping. Ho, ho, ho. So she goes inside, and Lauren Graham and Hilary Duff kind of have a conversation, and
they're like sitting by the fire, cozy under the blankets.
Yeah,
just mother-daughter. It's kind of like Gilmore Girls again.
It's a lot like Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I think they got Lauren Graham, and then they're like, okay, we have to have this.
We know how to write these scenes
exactly.
And Hilary Duff says, "Mom, how did you know that Dad was the one?" And Lauren Graham says, "He made me laugh." Hilary Duff's thinking, check.
He made me feel so special compared to everyone else.
Check. He always knew the difference between right and wrong. Hilary Duff's thinking, this guy has a list, naughty and nice. He must know something about that. Maybe Santa is the one.
And she tells that to her mom, and her mom is like ecstatic because
Right,
that's
means
what she
she's
wants.
moving home. Yeah. Santa's not going to move to New York for Hilary Duff, is he?
I don't know. He could. Why not? It's not cold enough.
he's like an Arctic creature.
Yeah, because
like
he's so big.
Bear.
Like that's why he's got all that fat.
It's like blubber, like a walrus.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
The next day, it's like a new date, and Eve shows up with a surprise for Santa for their date. He was planning to like take her through the workshop and show how good of a toy maker he is and everything, but she has this bag of groceries, and you're like, well, what's going on there? And she's like, I have a surprise. I want to teach you how to make pies. It's my favorite thing in the world. I want to share it with you.
Oh, I don't want any pie. I like milk and cookies.
We got some conflict in the relationship.
Yeah, so she's like, well, let's just go in the kitchen and see.
And he's kind of moping around. He doesn't ho the entire time she's making the pie. He doesn't want to participate.
He doesn't even put on Christmas music. It's just silent. It's really awkward. They've been, really vibing and like connecting, and they were so in sync before this. And it's like, what's going on? So then she kind of sits down while the pie's baking, and they have a serious conversation. Like,
where's this going?
Where's this going? I mean, I live in New York. This is Eve. I live in New York. You live in the North Pole. I'm really successful. I love my job making pies. Would you consider moving to New York?
And he's like,
you could make Christmas cookies instead. Oh.
She's like, but cookies aren't my passion. I'm a pie maker. Pies and cookies are different. The pie finishes, and Santa is like, you know what? I'm not hungry. I'm just gonna go to bed tonight. So she on her way home, she pops by the toy workshop, and drops off the pie for the elves.
Yeah, and we get to meet the elves, and they're really funny, and they're, thank you, Miss Eve. They're really appreciative of the pie.
And we see them like chowing down, and they love it.
They're kind of freaky.
Elves usually are kind of freaky. So then she goes home, and I'm thinking, like, we haven't checked in with Mr. Gobbles for a while.
I had forgotten about Mr. Gobbles.
Yeah, like, what's going on with that? But she gets home, and, like, her phone, her old flip phone, has a message on it.
This was, iPhones, I think, came out in 06 or 07, but
most people didn't have
popular,
them. You had to be, like, really cool and rich to have one, which, not saying she's not, but, like, her characters, a little more.
It just
she
is
didn't
a
have
flip
it.
phone.
It just
it's
had
a Razor. Very cool.
To, like, keep us in the, the time period. The message just says, hey, I've been thinking of you, trying to give you some space to deal with your grief, but just wanted to let you know I'm here, and gobble, gobble.
Yeah. That's maybe his catchphrase or something.
Yeah, he usually ends his messages. Some people say, like, thanks, cheers, whatever. His is gobble, gobble. If my name was Mr. Gobbles, I'd do that too.
Yeah, Eve's kind of in a weird spot because, like, it seems like Mr. Gobbles, he's shown a sensitive side of himself that we haven't seen thus far. And Santa has shown kind of a harder exterior than we've seen from him. But, there's pluses and minuses in both directions.
The next day we see her going to the workshop with a plate of fudge. It's kind of like a peace offering.
Yeah.
Because we know she doesn't like to bake cookies, but we know Santa likes fudge, and who doesn't like making fudge?
Christmas fudge.
So she
There's
takes
little bits of like candy cane.
Yeah, peppermint fudge. And we see her like walking through the workshop, like saying hey to all our new elf friends because they love that pie.
And they're kind of like, Santa's in the secret room, don't go back there. Santa's in the secret room, don't go back. We're like, what is this? This is a little creepy. And she kind of blows right past it. It's like, oh, he's back here? Opens the door, finds Santa with some of his most trusted elves. And they're looking, it's like a kind of like a war map, but it's a calendar. All of December is like red and green kind of Christmas plaid pattern. And what Santa's doing is he's like moving some of the plastic troops like into November. And it's like, what is this? And Santa like tries to like block the map real quick. He's like, oh, you didn't see anything. And she's like, no, what is this? What is this? One of the elves says, She saw our plan to take over November. We'll have to kill her.
Oh, no.
So what we were finding out now is Santa has an evil plot to make the Christmas season expand past the beginning of December, and he's aiming to take over all of November. If he's successful, stores will be putting out their Christmas shit before Thanksgiving.
Probably right after Halloween.
If he's successful, we'll be hearing Christmas songs all November long.
This is an outrage. We gotta have Thanksgiving first.
So Eve is flabbergasted. She never thought that Santa would try to take over an extra month and make the Christmas season 2 whole months long.
And take away one of her favorite things, making Thanksgiving pies. Right? Nobody's gonna want pumpkin pie if we're just doing Christmas all November.
The elf friend takes a candy cane, sucks on it real hard until it's like a sharp point and starts stabbing at Eve. Santa Claus, to his credit, stops the elf from slitting her throat. And she escapes, goes back to her mom's house, goes into her childhood room, locks the door. She dials Mr. Gobbles. This is the first they do a split screen, and this is the first time we see Mr. Gobbles. He picks up the phone. Mr. Gobbles is a turkey.
That was a really weird reveal.
I thought it was nice.
A turkey? She's dating a turkey?
You're okay with her dating a ancient mystical being, but not a turkey?
Well, I thought that was weird. But it's just weird to see a giant turkey, like a 6-foot-tall turkey,
in a really nice suit.
Yeah, and like a really fancy law office in New York.
And so she's spilling the beans. She's like, Santa's got a secret plot. He's trying to take over November too. Make it all the Christmas season. And Mr. Gobble says, my client, the Thanksgiving conglomerate, will not stand for this. Oh, so he works for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, that was a good twist.
Santa's banging at the door.
Oh, ho, ho.
Santa, I don't want to see you. I thought you knew the difference between naughty and nice.
Eve, just let me explain.
She doesn't unlock the door. But guess what? He comes down the chimney.
Yeah. Forgot Santa can do that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he could do that any time of year.
You thought it was a one night
only
only
on Christmas Eve. Yeah.
No,
so that was cool to learn that about Santa.
Mm-hmm. He starts explaining his side of the story about how Thanksgiving is actually genocide whitewashing. It's built on a false myth about the Indians welcoming the pilgrims into their land. He says the traditional Thanksgiving imagery, pilgrims and Indians, it's culturally insensitive. I mean, he's making some interesting points.
Yeah, it just felt kind of dark for the movie.
That's true for a Hallmark
Santa.
Christmas.
Like I don't know. I didn't know.
And he's like,
Anyone can enjoy Christmas. Oh, oh, oh. It's holly jolly.
but Eve thinks there's a place in the modern world for Thanksgiving.
In her mind, it's about like being grateful.
It's about going around the table.
Yeah, saying
What are
what
you
you're
thankful
thankful
for this year?
being with your friends and family.
Cooking way too much food and eating the same food for the following week. All these things are good.
There's something nice about taking time out from your busy life and sitting down and thinking what you're thankful for and telling your loved ones what you're thankful for. And she's kind of explaining that to Santa.
And he blows up. He's kind of like,
If Christmas takes over all of November and the Christmas displays are up in stores, then these dopes all over the world will spend more money on Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
so he's all about the money.
So Santa is rich. Like he
Yeah, he
a
gets
cut of
like
the
a cut
sales.
of every
Yeah.
Christmas item because he like owns his likeness. So anytime anyone buys anything with Santa or even the Santa hat, he gets a cut.
But then that really clears up why he was, really pushing hard to get it. I don't think it was really the cultural.
No, he doesn't care about that.
It's the money. It's all about the money.
He's fake woke.
She goes and tells her mom, like, this time with you has been so special, but
I can't stay in the North Pole.
no, I belong in New York.
I believe in Thanksgiving, not just Christmas.
And her mom gets it. She understands.
And her mom says, your dad, may he rest in peace, would have been so proud of you.
And we see them both kind of have tears come down their face and they just share a warm embrace. And
That was nice.
It was nice. And then, yeah, we see the plane taking off and going back to New York now. It cuts to like rehearsal for the Macy's Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is Eve is going to be the representative because she's the star of Mary Collander's pies. She's going to be on like a big cornucopia, like with pies, and she's going to be like throwing them out like frisbees.
Promoting the new gobble pie.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was called.
And so she's going to be throwing out the pies like frisbees to all the kids in the audience. And that's going to be cool as hell. Mr. Gobbles is there. But who does she run into?
Well, who ends the parade every year but Santa? So, yeah, she runs into Santa and it was like, oh, it's really awkward.
And he basically says,
Every year, I fill my sack with toys for the little kids. But this year, I'm gonna stuff you in the sack and take you back to the North Pole! Ho, ho, ho.
This guy has some backward gender politics.
I mean, he's really old, so...
Then Mr. Gobbles comes up, and he's got some legal papers at the ready. He says, Santa, you can't be here. Thanksgiving has a restraining order against you. Today's Thanksgiving. You can't be anywhere near here.
He says, but I always end the parade.
Not this year, buddy. Get the hell back to the North Pole. And he shows like the restraining order and everything. It's like, oh, he really got put in his place. Because it's the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah, it's weird that it ends with Santa.
Santa took over Thanksgiving's like biggest event.
Yeah.
It's pretty whack.
Because it's a Thanksgiving Day parade, not the Christmas opening of Christmas parade.
Yeah, so this year Eve is going to be tossing out pies for the big finale, which is better anyway.
Yeah, so we see the parade and the ending is her instead of Santa. And then it's like, yeah, everyone's ready to go back and have their Thanksgiving feast.
So she's up on top of the cornucopia. We see like the finale of the parade. It's really cool, and it's Hilary Duff, so like she's got the pipes, and you can't cast her in the movie without having her sing something.
Definitely not.
So she sings like a Thanksgiving carol, which I was not familiar with. Maybe they wrote it for the movie. It was called Stuff Me Like Your Thanksgiving Turkey.
Yeah. I don't think it was a big hit. I have never heard that one before. It must have just been for this movie, and then it didn't come out anywhere.
It was good, though.
It was great. She did a great job. Okay. It's like kind of like Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's like really poppy and fun, and you're like, why didn't this take off?
I guess people don't think to go to like the Spotify Thanksgiving playlist.
Well, I mean, in 2008 we didn't have it, so
we had Pandora, maybe.
Yeah, like does it even exist anywhere? I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
So then Mr. Gobbles and Eve are kind of snuggled up in her apartment.
You know, it's like they were just in the parade. It was cold that day. It was snowing
and they're watching football, which is another
classic Thanksgiving
thing.
Yeah.
And they're having a great Thanksgiving. And they start kissing. It's really nice.
How do you kiss with a beak? That was weird.
It was weird, but romantic. But then they hear something up on the housetop or apartment building top. Some jingle bells, some hooves. Could that be Santa? Eve dashes over to the fireplace. Cool that they have a fireplace in their apartment. I guess like sometimes it happens. But she gets the lighter fluid, soaks all the logs in lighter fluid, waits until she hears up at the top of the chimney. He starts sliding down. She puts the big old lighter, lights up, huge flames right as Santa lands in the fireplace. He goes up in flames. And she goes, that's for Thanksgiving.
That's a really good ending.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, though, is it kind of like the Santa Claus situation where then does Mr. Gobbles become, or does she become
Does she
Santa
become
Claus?
the new Santa?
Yeah, because she killed Santa.
That might be specific to that franchise.
I know. I know it is.
So this was actually, it turned out to be less of a Christmas movie and more of a Thanksgiving movie, but still, it's still good.
But you need Thanksgiving movies.
Yeah. But if I had known, I would have said we should rent this last month instead of December.
It felt very
Christmassy. It had a lot of
Christmassy
Christmas because a lot of it was in the North Pole.
Yeah, and like New York sets up the Christmas decorations early, so they're up in time for the parade, and it was snowing at the beginning, and it felt very Christmassy.
It's kind of anti-Christmas in a way.
Yeah.
Or anti Christmas expansionism.
Do you think the like CEOs of big department stores and stuff watched this and were like, oh, that's a great idea to start selling Christmas stuff early? Because now we're at the point where in 2025, they had Christmas stuff out before Halloween this year. Like, we went to try to find Halloween decorations.
Yeah, in real life, Santa's taken over part of October.
28th of October, and there was no Halloween stuff left. It was all Christmas. Mm-hmm. So I think, I don't know, maybe some really important people saw this movie.
And maybe they didn't like the message and buried it. And that's why they never play it on Hallmark channel anymore. And you can't find it on streaming or anything.
Yeah.
Kind of sad because it's a fantastic movie.
It was great. Loved it. Hilary Duff, excellent. Lauren Graham, amazing.
Superb.
Ed Asner,
amazing.
Perfect Santa.
Took it in a direction I've never seen before.
Yeah, loved it.
Great. To end things out, I like to do something called plugs and rants. So anything you want to promote, you can do that. And anything you want to rant about, get off your chest, you can do that. Normally I do a rant, but I'm in a good mood this holiday season, so I don't have anything to rant about. So maybe for plugs, I'll just promote. I think everyone should remember the reason for the season, which is, of course, axial tilt. Bethany, do you have anything to promote or rant about?
Well, I don't have anything to promote. I don't do anything that really requires promoting, I guess.
None of your new drugs you want people to take?
I can't talk about those. I don't think so. I don't want to get in trouble.
Bethany's a biomedical scientist for a pharmaceutical company, I should point out.
Yeah, and the views and opinions are all my own. And then for rants, I mean, I feel like you hear all my rants, but I'll just put this out there for everyone to hear. I'm tired of people being aggressive tailgaters.
Yeah.
Like, just back off, please. I mean, I don't know why people feel the need, especially when the lane next to me is wide open. Mm-hmm. Why do they need to continue to tailgate me when they could just get over and go around?
They're trying to read your decals.
I only have, I guess I have two now. I have one that says baby on board. They could read that from far away. And the other one's Forgotten Video Store, which I guess is a little harder to read. So maybe that is why they're tailgating me so hard. Not that I'm a slow, annoying driver.
Do you ever brake check them?
I honestly want to all the time. Because I'm like watching them and they're like also texting and stuff. Oh, it drives me crazy. Yeah. So that's my rant.
I was envious of Hilary Duff's fireplace in the movie.
I know. I one time when I lived in Baltimore, my room had a fireplace. It wasn't a working one in the bedroom. Yeah. It wasn't a working one, but it was so really cool. Charming. It was really fun. And our house right now doesn't have...
Who would have thought in Southern California they'd build a house with no fireplace?
Right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like a nice decorative piece.
Yeah.
But we don't have...
But you solved that problem.
I solved that problem. I remembered when I was in the Gannon lab at Vanderbilt, my advisor, Dr. Maureen Gannon, she every year loved to decorate the lab for Christmas. And she had like a big piece of cardboard, like a poster board, that she drew a brick fireplace on with the little flames, and then we would hang tiny little stockings on it. And
that's cheerful.
It was so cheerful and fun. And this year I was thinking, like, where are we going to put our stockings and our nutcrackers? And I remembered that fireplace, and I thought, why don't I make something like that for our house? Mm-hmm. But then I took it to the next level because we had a bunch of extra wood from when we made a swing set for our son. And I thought, okay, we could build a little fake fireplace. Yeah. And I had my dad help me with the design. He told me what I needed to buy, helped me with the plans, and you helped me, and we built it, and it's so fun and cheery. And now we have our nutcrackers and our stockings on it, and Santa can come now.
Beautiful. Yeah, Santa can get in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll post about it on Instagram so people can see it. It's a wonderful piece of work.
It's fun to watch the Christmas movies with you, and now we have a cozy fireplace to watch them by. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
It's the best time of the year. I don't know, there'll be no...
But have a cup of cheer.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Forgotten Video Store. When we were off mic, Bethany said something interesting about Mr. Gobbles. Bethany, what did you call him?
A turkey at law.
Great. This is the final Forgotten Video Store episode of the year. I need a break! I'll be back at some point in 2026, and until then, please share this podcast with your friends and loved ones. Tell them we have 20 great episodes and 3 that are just fine. Forgotten Video Store is a slop-free zone. We never use any kind of AI for any part of the production of this podcast, not even the hastily photoshopped episode art. The music in this episode was We Wish You by Kevin MacLeod, Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. Merry Christmas!